男って大人になっても背伸びるんだ。
C 級ダンジョンは初めてですか？
こんなでかいのも珍しいよな。
構えろ。くらえ。
みんなうまくやってるけど、なんか
あんなでかい岩を一撃で。
たまにいるんだ、ろくでもないやつが。
C 級ボスと E 級ハンター、次元が違う。
Okay, so that was a preview for episode 5 that I just got done watching of Solo Leveling. And I basically binge watched the last 5 episodes. And, you know, somebody was like, I saw a series popping off on Twitter. I saw somebody recommend it. And I was like, I'll give it a watch. It looks pretty good. And it's not just good animation. Like, the story in this show is actually pretty fantastic. So thought I would do a quick review on the last episode and just the show in general so far. So basically, it's a Korean manga or manhwa, and I didn't know, like, this meme basically comes from this series, Solo Leveling. I never knew this, but essentially it's an RPG, kind of like come to life type of thing, kind of similar to the plot of Gate, where these gates start opening up in the real world, and basically monsters and stuff start coming through, except the military, unlike Gate, is not able to handle these monsters. Only hunters who have basically these RPG abilities are able to handle them. These are humans that have unlocked certain powers. And the protagonist, he's basically, you know, kind of the zero to hero. He starts off as this, you know, like soy boy, and then he goes, you know, and becomes a Chad and, you know, goes daddy mode, as the girls would say. You know, he basically is like getting owned in this first episode. And then, you know, a few episodes in, he basically becomes this dude, like just total day and night switcheroo. It's pretty crazy. He gets what is called a second awakening, which is very rare. Basically, how it happens is, as I showed in the meme here, he goes on this hunt. And this giant monster right here, this boss, which they called bosses just like in RPG games, you know, basically wipes out a bunch of the people on the hunt and nearly kills them, but he gets a second chance mysteriously, and he gets what's called, you know, a second evolution, where he's able to basically start leveling up again and get more powerful, which is how he transforms into this, which a second awakening is very, very rare. Basically, usually you're stuck at the level that you get when you first awaken, but he gets a second awakening, so he gets to, you know, become more powerful. And he doesn't really want to tell anybody, and it's kind of interesting because so far we're in it, and like nobody really knows he's had the second awakening. They just think, oh, he looks different, or he's like super muscular, and you know, there's a very funny scene where you know, he's in the hospital, and you know, the nurses like, they notice that he's like all like muscular now, and they're like, oh, did he always have those muscles? And they're like drooling over him, and you know, he's like a Giga Chad now, and you know, he's doing all these push-ups. He's like going full like Saitama with his physique. And you know, one of the nurses even like she hands the number to him. She hands her number to him. He's like, oh, she must want this to, you know, to check up on some information later or something like that. So he just gives it to her, but, you know, really, you know, she's looking to smash, but, you know, he doesn't know. And then, you know, this was honestly the first episode that really, you know, he has his awakening and fights this snake thing. And, you know, that was really cool as well. You know, I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. But it's just like, you know, at first when I saw this series, I thought like, oh, it's just going to be, oh, the animation is really good. But no, like, the story's actually pretty good. It sounds very simple of like, oh, the guy's, you know, an OP protagonist, and he zero to hero and he beats everybody's ass. But no, like, it's actually pretty compelling. The characters are pretty interesting. I didn't really talk a lot about the other characters, but there's a girl, it's like a healer. She's a love interest. There's another girl, it's like S rank. There's other S rank hunters out there. We see, you know, one guy, and he's also like super jacked. He's S rank. And there's just a lot of intrigue, to keep going. And there's a weekly series. It comes out every Saturday. So yeah, I would recommend, like, if you haven't already seen it, like, go give it a watch. It's a fantastic series. And yeah, I mean, I really can't say more. I mean, the characters are good. There's a little bit of comedy in there. The last episode, he went on a hunt with these guys, and they basically, like, took all these gems and trapped them in a cage in a tunnel in a cave, excuse me, with this rich kid, and he's basically stuck in there. But they don't know that he's like a boss, Giga Chad, and he's gonna kill this giant spider boss like it's nothing. Which I'll be having the review out for that next episode, episode 6, when it comes out on Saturday. So look forward to that. That's just gonna be my first full review of an episode. This is more of just a rundown of everything I've seen so far. But yeah, again, it's a very good series. Give it a watch. But yeah, wherever you are, have a fantastic day. Don't forget to like. It's greatly appreciated. And peace out.